Hey everybody, how you doing today? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Hotmike. I'm of course your host, with the most, Mike, and today we're on a very special day. If you've watched the channel for a while, you know that we haven't posted a video on a Wednesday for quite a while, quite some time. Don't worry, Minecraft is coming back eventually, but to sort of fill the time in between now and then, we will be trying out some other games, doing some different things, testing out some different lengths of gameplay. So, without further ado, have you ever wanted to design a city yourself? I mean, down to the grid, the roadways, anything that you could think of. Then City Skylines is a game for you. This is the best city builder I've ever played, but totally just the best city builder in general. Like, you can control everything down to the name of the roadway, down to the name of the building. I can even name people in this, but it's a awesome game. I have, according to Steam, over 2,000 hours put into this game, which I think is a little bit much. I definitely don't think I've played 2,000 hours of this. It might be like sort of counting all the time that I sort of leave it on to like generate income, obviously, but yeah, needless to say, I have a lot of experience in this game, but it's been almost a year since I played this game, done like a good playthrough of it, and this is quite obviously the first time that I'm doing a playthrough of it on YouTube, so do with that what you will. If you know this game and you're watching me do something and I'm doing something wrong, don't hesitate to like shout out and be like, yo man, why don't you do it this way? Even if you don't know this game and you fancy yourself a city builder, a city planner, designer person, then definitely shoot me some suggestions as well as the gameplay progresses, because I'll try and read all the comments, obviously, but we'll go for it sort of the way, at least now that I know how to do it. Like I said, I've played a lot of the game, so I know more or less the way that the city has to grow, and I love how it sort of organically grows out from sort of your main street and then your industrial area. There's certain ways that I'll like sort of show you as well that will set up, so in case you want to sort of play the game too, you can totally play along. Might give you some ideas as well. I know I watched a little bit of City Skylines playthroughs on YouTube, and everyone sort of has their own style of how they start, and I'm no exception. I have a very unique style with how I start cities and how I build them out and that sort of thing. I am a fan of a big grid city though, and I'm also a fan of a city with a beach. So we already got our lagoon shore here, which I absolutely love playing this map. I think I played this map at least once before, and it's already just auto-generated us the perfect name here. We're going to be the city of Las Vegas, or Las Vegas, should you want, which in itself is not a ripoff of Las Vegas, as one might think. Las Vegas will be the next big thing, honestly. I swear to you, we will have a beautiful strip on this city where people will come from far and wide to enjoy the entertainment, and honestly, this is just going to be a rip-roaring city. I've installed a couple of mods, a couple of things off the Steam Workshop. That's a big tip for you too. There's different things you can download on the Steam Workshop to enhance your game, add some different buildings and stuff like that. That's a little bit of a hint for you of what we're going to be looking out for, because some of these things that we're going to find, and I hope we find them right away, are not actually a part of the vanilla game. I always hated when people call something vanilla to say that it's plain or that it's the base level, because vanilla, honestly, if you have like honest to goodness vanilla bean, it's a flavor. Like there's no doubt about that. We've already got some broken assets. That's perfect. Broken assets. Yeah, lots of don't know where I was going with that tangent, but we'll keep on going here. This series is also going to be like pretty well unedited. really, I just want to sort of be relaxed, chill, just sort of play through, watch you how I play this game, watch you how I play this game. Yes, oh yes. Good city you win. Oh, you can watch start to finish how I approach building a city in this game, with nothing edited out in between. It'll be a little bit longer gameplays. I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes or so. But you could, even if it gets a little bit longer, you can throw this on in the background. Just use it for relaxing, listen to my sultry voice as I narrate us through city building here and city skylines. But yeah, so we're starting off in this area here. Obviously, you're not going to unlock the beach right away, but as we build out, we'll get the option to buy more tiles, and I think you could buy a 3x3 section basically in total. So we'll be very strategic here with sort of what sections we buy. First and foremost, though, what we sort of want to build out to is the only place where looks to be like a freight railway, and that can be really useful, especially if you've got like an industrial area to move all your factory goods out and just that sort of thing. It's good to have in an industrial area. So it might do us well to start building our industrial area sort of out to this side here by the river. It might also do, I don't know, there's this cool lagoon here on the map. Like I said, I think I've played this map before. It looks a little familiar. For sure, though, I want residential to grow out to around here. Maybe with the downtown area being either here or right here, because we could have our industrial sort of stretch up to here. You could maybe see, well, it doesn't let us see resources yet, but you could see some resources here. Obviously, with all the trees, there's forestry resources all over the place, but we got a nice starting tile anyways. This is a good starting tile. It's relatively flat and just a good place to start building a city. This is pretty cool, though. I like this little lagoon. We can maybe sell lagoon front property. And I'm saying lagoon, not legume. It sort of sounds like I'm saying legume, though. Yeah, so right off the bat here, the first thing that you have to build is a 2-lane roadway. You cannot not build a 2-lane roadway. It forces you to, and then it unlocks all the other roads. And like I was saying, I've got a very specific way that I start off these gameplays, and this is like sort of my twist on it, is this traffic circle here. So this is a highway coming off right here, obviously the main highway. Another big thing, though, is that I like the idea of expanding the industry over this way, because I think usually when I play this map I expand the industry down this way, which, to each their own, right? But if we can maybe have like the industry have its own highway on and off ramp, that'd be really good, because that would help us limit a lot of the traffic. So I think growing industry out in this direction would be pretty sweet. And then sort of down, I suppose it could go down to the river here. I think the river flows down this way, so potentially the pollution might hit, but we could put like maybe a buffer of parkland or trees right here to sort of stop the pollution from the industry in its tracks, right? And that's just sort of a fact of life. Industry is going to create pollution, but we're going to try and relatively create like a green city on here too, because the pollution sort of takes down your land value, especially in those areas, but it can also make unhappy citizens. So like I said, my unique way of starting up is using this traffic circle, because you can't get highways right off the bat in the road menu, just because you need to get a certain population of people before you can create highways. And a lot of the time I like to eventually replace this circle with a highway that sort of snakes down and maybe down towards the ocean here. And another good thing, actually, though, if we put the industry down here, is we might be able to potentially have freight boats going down the river and out to the ocean, maybe. If not, we'll have to build a highway or something, or maybe use the train to move the industry sort of down here and then onto the freight boat so that it can get to the market via boat. But that's enough about economics and moving our freight. We're going to create our city here. We're going to create our main street. And like I've said in the past, my tendency is to go too big, too fast. And this is something we want to avoid here. So we're going to start off with just some simple roads. Eventually I want to get up to these big, like 6-lane roads, especially for our industry. But for now, 2-lane roads will be sweet. We'll just build them off the side of our... We can even build a little bit down here too. Actually, no. I'll build off the side, because with maybe the idea being that, you know, the big highway will continue down eventually. So we can sort of build out to here. Keeping in mind that we're building sort of towards the Blue Lagoon. And we'll get some nice lagoon front property. See if I can actually make this road straight. That seems mostly straight, right? Okay, so we'll go this way with our residential, and that's definitely not straight. I can see it already, but it's too late to apologize. That's right, it's too late. If you're OCD, do not look at this from this angle. It's terrible. That traffic circle just got so garbled. Honestly, I'm gonna waste a little bit of my money here just to ungarble this traffic circle. Garble is the scientific word if you're a road person. You know, garbling it up. I don't garble a lot of things, but road construction sometimes. Honestly, is there a city that does perfect road construction? Probably not. There we go. Little pro tip for you there. Leave the little spokes on the roundabout, and it might stay in a circle a little bit better. Okay. And like I said, I love building grid cities, but eventually, you know, once I get a little bit more money, I get a little more frivolous, and I want to build not grid cities. But you know what? For now, grid cities serve our purpose magnificently. Because at this point, when you're like a young city like this, you just want to pack them in there. You just want to get as many people in there as possible. So this is our plan here. Oh, and it's not really perfect here. You know what? We I'm not gonna demolish it because I don't think it'll. Oh, it will refund me the cost of the road. That's interesting. Okay, that's definitely not what I thought would happen. But sort of do the same thing out here. But we'll build it for industry. I'm going to leave some space on either side of these roads because eventually I want to sort of retrofit this industry so that it's all 6-lane roadway. There we go. But obviously this is our meter here that I'm pointing at. Oh, there we go. This is our meter. High demand, very high demand for residential zones. So obviously, you know, cities just starting off. High demand for residential. So we got that. But one thing that every city needs right off the bat, especially like, you know, small town America or even, you know, small town Canada, small town North America, let's say, you need a water tower in your city. And we're going to throw one down right in the middle of our roundabout there. That could be the middle. Honestly, I don't care that much, but really I do care, like, a lot. But so our water tower is going to supply water, obviously, to our area here. Oh my goodness! Look at that! It's almost the perfect water grid there. Look, there's maybe just a little bit of zone there where it doesn't overlap, but we'll have to see. If it doesn't overlap, then I have to fix it. But I'd say that looks pretty swell to start off with there. The next thing we're going to do is we need a sewage outflow pipe to go onto the water grid. And our options for a sewage outflow pipe are either it has to be going into a river, and eventually the idea is that we change it to one of these things, a water treatment plant, but we need a population of 16,000 people in the city before we can actually buy a water treatment. So our city has to get a water drain pipe, which basically just drains raw sewage into the river, or into the ocean, or into the Blue Lagoon. But I think the best area for us to do, because if you watch where the water flows, and I don't think we can see yet where we can see wind. There we go. We can see where the water's flowing here on this tab. The water is flowing out of the Blue Lagoon down this way. Or our other option is to flow down the river and out towards this beautiful beach. We're gonna go. We're gonna put our sewage pipe right here, I think. Maybe. Oh, this is why it sucks so bad, because like the industrial is going down here, so it won't matter if it's really noisy. But you know what? We'll put the sewage outflow pipe right here for now, because eventually we can sort of clean up and reclaim the water and stuff. But we absolutely need a sewage outflow pipe here. Connected up to our grid. So we still have 41,000 of the 50,000 that we started with, or was it 75,000? I think it was 75. But we've got our water tower, a water tower and our sewage outflow pipe. Next thing we need is a method of generating power. And there's many ways to generate power. Like I said, I sort of want to go for more of a green approach here. One thing that I use almost all the time, I almost never go for this coal power plant, because eventually, you know, you make up enough money that you can put in as many of these windmills as you want. But you know, to sort of start off, and these areas of darkness here are areas where the wind is faster. So if you watch, like right here near the water, by running water, it seems to be a little bit stronger, generates a little more power. Like, absolutely, we have to put one right there to run that sewage outflow pipe. Otherwise, we're in big trouble. I don't really want to put these in a residential area, though. That's the only thing. And we're going to expand our industry out this way. Sometimes I put them down this way. Honestly, though, if we sort of can make a little area here, we're going to throw 2 of them down to start off, I think. And then we'll connect the grid up. See if I can run the grid along this way, maybe. Set the water pipe, or, you know, I can, not the water pipe, but the, this guy right here, our water tower, apparently needs power. Leave it in the comments why you think a water tower needs power. Is it a water? No. I suppose it needs it for, like, pumping purposes, right? It sort of ruins our, look at that power pylon right there. That's nasty. That's so grungy. Oh, it's terrible. But you know what, once I start up the game again, these windmills are going to start making power. And we'll be able to, I think those are the only things we need to start off with here. And our city should be relatively set. So I'm going to start the game up again here. And we'll get our first bits of residential going. Now, because these power lines are running right next to it there, obviously you're not supposed to, well, unfortunately for you, if you live by a power line, you've got the electromagnetic radiation radiating through your house at all times. Way more powerful than a year's worth of x-rays. But so that could be a problem, but these power lines won't be there for long. These power lines will not be there for long. once we sort of build out the city far enough to over here that we can connect up our power. Are you serious? How is there no? Is the grid not connected here? What the hell? Okay. Okay, so that should be connected up. I don't know why none of the rest of this is connecting up, though. This is pretty stupid. What's even stupider is what I'm about to do with a power pylon to connect up the grid. My god. You know what, though? The power is flowing. Look at our electrical availability is not going too far down here. Once we start up our industry, though, we're using up a lot of energy. What else can we see now? We can see traffic, we can see wind, we can see happiness. There's some really angry people in the residential area. I'd be angry too if the only thing I had was a water tower. So actually, these houses look great, but unfortunately, you know what, we're going to try and create like a sort of Main Street USA theme here. Obviously with a small town, you go like Main Street. You need some commercial buildings on the Main Street here, which our Main Street, funnily enough, is called Maple Street. Very, very Canadian. That's our Main Street right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. I'm happy with how this is going so far. What's up with this? What is this thing on the corner here? Is that a mailbox or something? Well, it looks like there's some people coming over. Now, as you can see, as we build up here, all the other needs are building up as well. So we're going to need some industry, and we're probably going to have to connect that once again with our terrible looking power lines. Honestly, you know, I'll just go there for now, and then once the grid fully links up and everything, no need to freak. Some sort of super freak. Can we demolish that rock? Thank you. Get a prison. Get people busting rocks. There we go. That's a big industrial zone there, boy. So as you can see, there's a little bit of space in here, but I left that space because eventually I'm going to convert all of these roads to high-density roads, would be the plan. Because, you know, your little piddly 2-lane roads are not gonna manage a huge industrial sector. That's right. And there's a lot of resources in the game. Like, it's too bad we can't really get to them right off the bat here, but there's like a resource tab or something. So like I was saying, there's like some forestry up here for sure. I think there was supposed to be some oil on this map and some ore as well. So, of course, depending on where all this stuff is, might be able to do some fracking. Oh no, we gotta pipe them into our water grid here. But yeah, like I was saying, we could potentially, you know, do some fracking, and of course with fracking, you know, you're not doing it right unless your water is starting on fire. So in the winter months, if it gets cold on this sunny beach here, you can always just light your water on fire. Oh yeah. Now, how is the power grid not connecting to this? So I made the decision not to cross the road here, and it didn't work. And then I crossed the road here, and it didn't work. Like, be consistent, please. There we go. Now we got some power. You know what? We need to start turning this around, though. We're losing a little bit of money here. Eventually, you know, like as it starts filling up and as our industry starts going and is shipping some stuff out, it'll get a lot better. But man, there's going to be a big industrial sector by the time we're done here, and we'll get a couple of on and off ramps to sort of control it, because this is going to get very quickly congested. I think like traffic circles are a good way of spreading out traffic and dealing with large amounts of traffic sort of coming off of this way for a little while. But once you get like big industry traffic and like all the big trucks coming down off of the highway, like I've had it lined up all the way back to here before. And then of course I built some on and off ramps and it dealt with it. But this looks like we're doing good. I hope you're enjoying the smooth jazz. That's I'm sort of playing that in the background there, you know, give us a little bit of background tunes, a little bit of relaxation music. I love to build to music, but This is some royalty-free smooth jazz. I tried out a couple royalty-free dubstep playlists, and you know, it just wasn't happening. I was like, you know, it won't be that relaxing for you folks. So, you know, royalty-free smooth jazz, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit right now. Look at that! Look at our beautiful city here of Las Vegas. You know, we can even speed up here, and look at all the people coming in now off the highway. You know, like this is a success story here, boy. Look at that. We got a little bit of industry going. We got some factories. Now we'll sort of have to see what's down here, because I have a feeling that Maple Street. Oh Lord. Now, would anyone have ever expected this? Quite obviously, we're in Canada. Las Vegas, breaking news, everyone. Breaking news. Las Vegas is in Canada. Where in Canada? Obviously, Alberta. That's where the money is. And you know we're in Canada because there's 2 Tim Hortons on the same block. Literally, people are walking out of this Tim Hortons and walking into this one. And they're walking out of this Tim Hortons and walking into this one. Like, and Tim Hortons is on Maple Street. Like, this is so Canadian right now. Honestly, how did 2 Tim Hortons end up right next to each other? Like, it's crazy. But I love it. I love it. Tim Hortons drive-thrus. Oh my gosh. So, obviously we've already found one little Easter egg that I sort of left here. Oh, they're building up something else. What is it? Is it Tim Hortons headquarters? No, it's a convenience store. Yeah. Okay, little towns like this, you always need a convenience store. Now we're actually starting to make some money. More convenience stores, you know, it's pretty standard here. Drugstore, yeah. Those are things you need. Those tend to be good things. I'm just so psyched. I'm so psyched that we have 2 Tim Hortons in Las Vegas. Like, honestly, these Tim Hortons here are gonna... They're obviously the same chain, but they're not pulling out any of the punches. They're pulling out all the stops. They're gonna compete with each other like crazy for the business of Las Vegas. Let's see here. We'll construct out a little bit more. You know, 2-lane roads are pretty good for residential. Like, it's not bad. Obviously, once we start getting a downtown going, we'll want to use bigger roads to get there, and also just bigger roads in downtown, because it'll be a lot busier. But, you know, small town Las Vegas, no problem. Oh, there's already an abandoned building. It's terrible. That's disgusting. It's looking like Detroit. Like we can... Oh, we could set it to be a historical building. What? It's not going to get touched? Oh, look at that. We reached a population of 460, so we get a little bit of money. And we unlock some things here. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to pause just so that I don't mess this up. Oh my, instantly messes it up. This is a medical clinic. We're going to pick it up and move it if it's not too expensive, because I definitely didn't want it there. Quite obviously, our medical clinic should be like right here as you come into the city. I hope that didn't cost me extra money. So that would be so terrible. Like, look at... who are you? All these factories ready to wear. Probably quit and sent all their business to China. China! Abandoned buildings. My goodness. Let's see. I think we can just do that, and everyone else over here will be much happier because we destroyed the abandoned buildings, and they'll want to build more. Now we're having... Oh no! We're having water issues here. The water grid has not stretched that far. Is that the right name for it? Water grid? Like, I understand, like, power grid is the name for the power, obviously, but, you know, water grids, water pipes, water system, maybe. So we also got, we're making money here, but once I plop down a landfill, we're probably going to be losing a little money. We also got a school unlocked here. Elementary school, wow. The people of Los Vegas can start getting educated. Let's see, can we fit this? Oh, we can fit it right next to the Medi Center there. If you've ever been to elementary school, you know you want to have a school right next to, or rather a Medi Center right next to elementary school. Kids getting black eyes on the school fields. You know, you get pinged in the face with a soccer ball. Oh, look at that. Look at how perfect. Look at how perfect that is. So this will be our landfill here, right in the middle of industrial area. I'm so sure. Sally sells, she sells my sheet. I can't even do that. I'm sure someone will tell me eventually why this is so wrong, what I've done here. But and I already see why it's so wrong, because what happens when I have to make the streets bigger over here? You know what? By then we'll be incinerating our garbage. So that's the plan, at least. So we got a school, we got a Medi Center. Look, we can get different types of... Oh, these are some other added things here that I got. We have a university hospital, Metropolis hospital. These are some nice hospitals that I got, I sort of added on to the game here. Look at that. Oh, people are just... The city's selling like gangbusters. We gotta keep on expanding out here with the roads. I wonder, like, I hate this. What does the grid look like? Is it jumping over the road at any point here? Or can I, like, maybe... Oh. Because I so badly want to... Like, I want to expand the other side of Main Street here. Like, I guess you have to expand down this way first a little bit, but... Just annoys me that I can't expand in the other direction right now. Oh, everything's turning out pretty good here. Throw down a little more of this zone here. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh yeah, and people are just going to build like crazy on that. I feel like we've got a really good balance of at least commercial to residential zone. But obviously, our industry, it needs more people, I think, so... Because the residential demand is so high, everyone wants to come to Las Vegas. And we're pretty much expanded all the way down to the river here, coming out of the Blue Lagoon. So how's our power availability? Okay, so we're running out of power a little bit, so that's not a big deal. We can sort of throw down another windmill here. Hopefully that doesn't completely... Like, it just barely disconnected our power pylons, which is so BS, but that's okay. Oh, just spread the grid already. Okay, well, I think that's as good a point as ever to sort of leave off here. I'll leave you with a nice view of our city here. Quite obviously, everything is starting up. Everything's going gangbusters. We've got our Los Vegas water tower here. We got Maple Street, our main street in the city here. Oh! Oh! What happened? Maple Street has turned into Pearl Street. This is unacceptable. 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 There we go. That's fixed. And I'll leave you with the sight of our two Tim Hortons here. And I'll see you in the next episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that little notification bell. It gives you a ding whenever I make a new video. That way, I don't have to post all the time on Facebook and Instagram like, yo, watch my video. You just know right off the bat if you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I want to thank you all for watching, and keep it real. I'll see you next Wednesday with some more City Skylines. Peace.